Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sarah, and I'm back today because I want to talk to you about getting a job. Now, excuse my super chillaxing style today. I like to just kind of rest after today was a hump day, so I'm just kind of happy. And it might seem like, wow, it's a little early. It's January. Why would I be considering looking for a new job? Well, if you're not happy and you're thinking, I'd really like to be somewhere new in the school year, now's the time to start preparing. And many school districts, now that it's January, will start posting jobs. Probably the end of January and beginning of February, especially the school districts that you really like and you hear about. Those guys are pretty organized, and they'll start posting jobs in January. So I want to tell you your first step to getting ready for the job hunt, and that is getting your resume updated. So brush it off and make sure it's up to date with all of your latest activities, like where have you been working, have you been doing any kind of volunteer stuff or extra stuff. If you're looking to beef up your volunteer section, I actually did some volunteering at my local library as an ESL volunteer, and that was really cool and fun, and I totally recommend that to go help somebody learn English. So that's my tip, but you don't necessarily need a lot of volunteer activities, but you definitely, and I think actually everybody should probably update their resume, at least brush it off once a year, just to make sure you have everything up to date. So you may forget, in a couple years, you may forget some of the things that you have been doing now. So make sure you do that. Number 2, I would say it's a good idea to start reaching out to people by email or potentially Facebook message. You might even want to put as a Facebook status, this depends on how open you want to be. You may want to say, hey, I would like to hear about any new openings. If you have any in your district, or if you hear of something, keep me in mind. I would potentially I've always been maybe a little more bold in my Facebook posts, but I'd probably put something like, hey, I know it's early, but I want you guys to keep an eye out for any jobs, in this district, or if you can keep an ear to the ground, I would definitely do that. You've got to kind of speak it into existence. And then number 3, I would say, now think about compiling a list of all the employers that you'd like to reach out to. Whether you are in the market for a contract position, or if you want to get hired directly by a district, now's the time to just make a basic Google Doc with all the really dream districts that you've really thought you'd wished you'd like to work for. So you put them there, and then the next column is their URL, so you can easily click and check employment opportunities. And number 4, I would say it's not a bad idea to see what districts are currently hiring, not because you maybe you do want to leave mid-year, maybe now's the time, but maybe you instead are thinking about next year, but did they have any unfulfilled vacancies? Maybe they'd be more highly motivated to hire you. So, that would be my suggestion. And number 5, I would say, is consider, this is if you're feeling super aggressive, and it's not something I would do unless you're ready to just get bombarded with calls from contract companies, but you could consider putting a resume out there. Whether you want to go through Indeed.com, or if you want to go to ASHA has a career center section of their website. I did that once. I put my resume out there, and then I for years bombarded by contract companies. Do you still have a position? They have texted me, they have called me, they have messaged me on LinkedIn, they've emailed me. So I just want to put a big caveat on that. Unless you really want to be bombarded by these contract companies, But on the other hand, if you're really ready and you really want to get feelers out there, it's also not a bad idea. So those are my top 5 tips right now for starting that job hunt. So I'd like to do a series of videos about job hunting, and this is the first step. Like, this is the first step of starting to like kind of think about what it is you want. And the next video, I'll talk a little bit more about your next steps. And you know what? I really love it if you could like and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps me get the word out about my speech therapy videos. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next video.